The night was quiet over Metropolis, the kind of peace that always felt temporary in a city protected by gods. Inside a modest apartment, laughter broke through the stillness. Clark and Lois had invited Bruce and Diana over for something rare, a night without battles, a night to play. The board game sprawled across the table was a prototype from Wayne Enterprises, a fusion of strategy and chance, its pieces shaped like cities and stars. Lois leaned forward with a gleam in her eye. Bruce was already planning his next move. Diana's smile was bright, competitive. But Clark, ever the optimist, ever the perfectionist, found no joy in a game where someone might lose. They played for nearly an hour, the room filled with the soft rhythm of dice and laughter. Then the sky turned red. It began as a glow on the horizon, then spread, fire burning across the skyline, lightning that screamed instead of flashed. The heroes rose from their seats, the pieces of the game forgotten. Through the window, they watched Metropolis burn, and in the heart of the inferno, something colossal moved. Darkseid. He strode across the city, across reality itself, and for the first time in an age, the gods of Earth felt small. His power had transcended the physical. He was no longer a being, but a principle, Godhood made flesh. He existed in 1,000 places at once, the Messira's shores, the Rock of Eternity, the Emerald Towers of Oa. Everywhere, the same dread spread like a contagion. The Justice League went to war. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Earth's holy trinity, rose to meet the Dark Lord of Apocalypse. But their resistance lasted only moments. Wonder Woman fell first, then Batman, his silhouette disappearing in a blaze of red. Superman hurled himself at Darkseid in one final charge. A sound stopped him, something vast and unholy, like the heartbeat of the universe itself. And then there was nothing. He was obliterated. It was not real. The vision dissolved into light, and the League awoke in the presence of the Quantum Quorum, a conclave of beings beyond time and comprehension. The Time Trapper, Alpheus, the World Forger, Booster Gold, Gorilla Grodd. They had been watching Darkseid's conquest ripple across the multiverse. The Trapper spoke first. Darkseid had conquered the future and begun consuming other eras. There was only one solution: restart the timeline. The Quorum could create a new reality, a fresh beginning, one where existence might escape his reach. But it would be temporary. Every soul reborn would lose itself, stripped of memory, of meaning. The Justice League refused. A new timeline would not save them. It would erase them. Alpheus explained then what Darkseid had truly become. Creation itself was split between two opposing forces, Alpha and Omega. Alpha, the energy of life, ran through every living world. Omega, the energy of domination, pulsed in the heart of Apocalypse. It had chosen Darkseid as its vessel. When it touched him, he became something infinite, a walking singularity, an emperor of annihilation, King Omega. Now he sought to claim Earth, the greatest reservoir of Alpha in all existence. Already the transformation had begun. A heart of Omega energy had been buried deep within Earth's core, and slowly the planet was turning into a new apocalypse. Batman suggested the impossible, that one of them could absorb the heart's energy and become the Earth's own King Omega. The Trapper dismissed the idea. Omega obeyed only Darkseid. Even to approach it, one would need to wield Omega energy, a power none of them possessed except Booster Gold, who wanted no part of it. The Quorum declared the truth. Earth's heroes were unfit. The heart demanded a conqueror, not a savior. It would defend itself, level after level, until the last one standing earned its throne. Booster, hardened by time spent in the absolute universe, demanded the challenge anyway. He believed only someone like him could defeat Darkseid. The Trapper turned to the heroes. Who among them would accept such a burden? Superman stood in silence. Then he walked away. He found solitude in the Watchtower's observation deck, the stars reflected in his eyes. Batman and Wonder Woman joined him. They urged him to play the game, to accept the only path left. But Superman saw what it truly was, a war between friends, a contest where victory meant blood. He said that they would be forced to fight each other to the death, and worse, that their enemies would find a way to join. Batman, pragmatic as ever, countered that the rewards outweighed the risks. Wonder Woman, her voice steady, said, "In this game, nobody has to lose." Superman hesitated. He could still hear that sound from his vision, the unified rhythm of every living creature bending to Darkseid's will. Finally, he agreed. The game would begin. 7 days of preparation followed. The first step, control the chaos. Mr. Terrific, grim-faced, modified his T-spheres to seek out and imprison every criminal on Earth. There would be no mercy, no trials. Even Lex Luthor, struggling toward redemption after his mind wipe, was dragged into a cell. His fury echoed through Belle Reve. He swore vengeance. The second step, salvation for the innocent. The League revealed their plan to Earth's governments: mass evacuation. Wayne Enterprises and LexCorp would build arcs capable of carrying millions into orbit. The Titans and Mr. Terrific would remain behind to protect what remained. The third step, farewell. The heroes scattered to find their loved ones. Clark walked with Lois, Kara, and John through a quiet park. The grass was still green, the air still gentle. Lois held his hand and reminded him why he fought at all. The fourth step, arming for the end. Batman assembled the Justice Buster, his masterpiece of offense. Wonder Woman awakened her God-killer armor, radiant and ancient. Cyborg upgraded his father box into a fortress of living steel. And Superman forged brass knuckles powered by miniature yellow suns. They fit perfectly. He called them Dawn's Day. Lois told him the name was ridiculous. They gathered at the Skartaris Nexus, a gateway to the planet's molten heart where the Omega engine pulsed. Booster unleashed his own Omega blast, tearing open a passage. Red light flooded the chamber, consuming everything. When it cleared, Superman stood alone in an arena the size of continents. 3 colossal demons towered above him, their eyes burning with judgment. Around him, the other heroes appeared, weapons drawn. The demons spoke. To advance, they must cross the gauntlet, reach the line, and survive, fail, and perish. The first blow was instant. A demon dropped its mace upon Billy Batson, crushing him before he could even speak the word. Fury broke Superman's restraint. He struck the demon in the face, only for pain to bloom in his back. Batman had shot him. "Stay focused," the Dark Knight warned. The game had begun. Green Arrow, Damage, and Adam Strange were the next to fall. Jay Garrick tripped a trap that tore open the floor, unleashing the Omega demons, creatures born from every species the universe had ever known. Superman fought through the chaos, but his true battle was inward. Even in this arena of death, he could not shed his mercy. He protected his friends when he should have fought for himself. When he saw Batman lagging behind, he turned to help. The spear struck his chest before he reached him. A red and white flag fluttered from the tip. Bang. The Joker had entered the game, and he wasn't alone. As Superman's body dissolved into light, Batman's voice cut through the roar, a final reminder to stay focused. There was no time to mourn, no time to think. The villains had invaded the tournament. Superman fought with all his remaining strength and crossed the line. When the dust settled, the survivors stood revealed. Superman, Joker, Carol Ferris, Jay Garrick, Vixen, Connor Hawke, Etrigan, Cheetah, Hawkman, Lobo, Zatanna, Power Girl, Plastic Man, Batwoman, Starro, Big Barda, Lex Luthor, King Shark, Harley Quinn, Aquaman, Black Lightning, Supergirl, Damian Wayne, Black Canary, Firestorm, Captain Atom, Swamp Thing, Red Hood, Metamorpho, Wonder Woman, the new champions of Earth. Deep beneath them, the heart of Apocalypse beat in triumph. It could feel their hunger, their fear. It knew Darkseid's horsemen were already on their way, but none of it mattered. Hidden within the Quantum Quorum, one presence lingered unseen. Darkseid, inhabiting Booster Gold's body, watched the tournament unfold. His voice, silent yet eternal, echoed across the dying multiverse. The game had already been won. That concludes the first issue of DCKO. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and subscribe. Until next time, this is GEEK INK, signing off.